So we are back. We're going to try Monster Train for the first time. I've seen Kirk play it a little bit, but otherwise, this is pretty blind as a playthrough. So I'm expecting the first couple of runs to go kind of rough. It's comparable to things like Slay the Spire, is the best way to put it. We've seen it before, where we build a deck and we try to play cards in order to stop the enemy from doing something. However, the structure is a bit different than normal. Let's go ahead and hit play, and we will, I guess, jump into the game, hopefully. Actually, let me back up something. I think there was an opening cinematic I skipped through by accident. It unfortunately just starts right in the middle of the action, which is kind of unfortunate, since I'd like to showcase what the actual beginning is. But let's go back. Let's try again. There's a couple of games that do that. I know, for example, off the top of my head, Rogue Legacy does that, and I also find that very annoying in video games when they start immediately with the opening cinematic or the gameplay. So let's just make sure it loads this time. There we go.
Hell, our home. Frozen when heaven extinguished the pyre. But one spark is enough to reignite a revolution. The Bone Shaker, our train, travels the rail connecting our two worlds. The last surviving remains of the pyre drives the heart of our engine. The Gilded Wing will stop at nothing to destroy it. But the champions of hell will defend what's ours. Because if we don't, there will be nothing left to defend.
Welcome, Halcleve. Indeed, it is a card game. So give me 1 second. I see something needs to be adjusted before I continue. Again, I've gotten to the point where I've just seen the intro video. Otherwise, this will be pretty much a new playthrough. I want to adjust one thing on the stream itself that's going to bother me. Like this. I gotta fix the image just a little bit. It does not like precision resizing. Give me a second. Why it snaps? Yeah, that one's close enough, I think. I don't want it to overlap with the thing. Anyway, welcome to Hell. Your train is carrying precious cargo. Last remaining shard of the pyre needed to relight the fires in the depths of Hell. Bidders from heaven, the winged, will do anything to prevent you from completing your journey. Just make wise decisions and build up a band of monsters to have any hope of success. Good luck, Hellborn. Oh, you've been lurking? Well, welcome officially to the chat. So let's check our options a little bit. Higher health. This is life remaining essence of hell and will be damaged if your enemies reach it. When it's reduced to 0. We gain Ember over time. Deck. So you can see there's kind of a similarity / overlap to things like Slay the Spire. Do something with armor. Damage is dealt to armor before health. Each point of armor blocks 1 point. Okay, so it's instead of playing like attack card. Well, it looks like we have some attack cards, but it looks like we could have like minions out. And presumably they don't regenerate health if they take damage. Restore 2 health, apply regen 1. Okay. Maybe this could heal our characters. Okay. Keep that in mind for now. What does this do? Coin, don't need that. Primary clan, Hellhorned, allied clan, Awoken. I'm sure this will make more sense later. Final boss, Seraph the Chast, or Chaste. Fine. Anyway, let's figure out the controls here. Oh, there we go. I had to do that to cancel it. We're good. Yes, it looks like I'll be able to choose some paths, and then potentially we'll do something to power up. But presumably, instead of just having strike cards, there are going to be monsters that we keep around. So maybe we buff them kind of similar to ourselves, but we're playing with like multiple characters. But we'll see. We'll shape our expectations in a moment. So we're given a little intro for who we're about to fight. Heaven's priests. These disciples have dedicated themselves to the service of heaven, attempt to restore the life of their companions. Okay. A little bit of it, a little tidbit. Protect your pyre. This is your pyre. If it takes too much damage from the enemy attacks, your run is over. Enemies have boarded your train. Enemies enter at the lowest level and move up 1 level every turn. If they reach the top, they'll attack the pyre. Oh, interesting. Multi-level. Summon units to defend your train. You can play each unit hard once per battle. Okay. So right now I'm not able to... Well, I am. So I don't know if it's a good thing to keep our hero here or move him up higher for more people. But for now, let's just try putting them on the level they're at. I'm also noticing there is an indicator in the upper left of the room. So this unit costs 2 of presumably 3 additional remaining spots remaining. I could maybe have 1 more of him down here, and that would be it. We'll summon him for now. Each floor has limited capacity. The amount of space it will take up is indicated by the number of pips on the card. Okay. They call it pips. Try to remember that. I could just put another one here. Deal 2 damage. Let's kill the one in the back, because it's got lower health. Seems like the right thing to do. Now I'm out of abilities, so let's end the turn. Alright, so we need to stop this thing from advancing. Let's put something here. And we'll... I guess deal damage to this one always? Regen him. This should be fine. Brief respite. Let's put another one here. And I guess I'll heal this one. Final wave. So there's kind of like bosses, which is interesting. Defeat the boss to win the battle. His relentless ability means combat will continue in the room until you or he is defeated. Okay, so this is where I would pump up some damage things. Let's just hurt him outright. I don't think regen will super help me, but I could just play it just to play it. There's really no downside to it. Is there something else I could do? Why wouldn't it let me end the turn? Well, that was weird. So then he stops us from putting stuff there, which makes sense. But we'll kill him with the burn spell. Because we're cheap like that. 2-turn boss rush. Got rewards. We'll collect them. Deal 2 damage to enemy units. Apply 5 armor. Send a unit. So I can make people go upwards. I think armor might be more useful here. What's our other one? Apply 3... I'm guessing that's combat damage and 3 health. Restore 10 health to a friendly unit, deal damage equal to the enemy unit. So it really just depends on if I'm looking to get into like a spell battle or a character battle. I feel like Steel Enhancer would set us up for the boss better, because if they survive even 1 more turn, they might be doing 9 more damage a hit. And this also costs 0. I think I'll take this for now, because that'll bring scaling into the final area. So if I really need to, I could do other things. So it looks like we got some paths to choose. Merchant of Magic, forge your spells to gain new powers, or Merchant of Steel, forge units to gain new powers. They could gain money or gain a unit. I guess I want to improve maybe my units over my spells first. Let's try this. Hello, cat beast thing. Upgrade 10 health and they take 3 damage whenever they hit us. Quick means we always go first. Or just get 25 health. I didn't realize it would cost money to do it. We can also purge our cards there, which is interesting. How badly do I want them to take damage on counterattack? I think I just want Heartstone on... Oh, I can't upgrade the other thing that I have? Okay, well, we'll give ourselves additional health. That sounds kind of good.
This is getting interesting.
I don't like this cat, it's weird looking. Something like that. Rage on friendly unit adds additional +3 per stack. So these are pretty powerful cards. So this is more of like how to save the boss. So it's a question of do I want the other ones or not. I don't know how much Ember we get per turn. I wasn't paying attention if it was 3 or 4. So I don't even know if I can use this card. That's the problem with starting off. Like, this seems good, right? Like, the boss would hit this thing twice, but I would do 100+ damage. The problem being is, like, it would stop me from playing other cards. Which here says 3. You get 3, okay. I'll go with this one, then. We'll continue for now. Barb Disciples. The spike foes will make direct attacks more painful. Using spells from afar will let you fight without sacrificing your units. Okay, I was wondering if there would be something that would punish me for going with units. It looks like we're already up to that. Oh, they started with enemies on the ground floor? That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, multi-strike hits multiple times per turn. Oh, I didn't read that on the card. So, potentially Steel Enhancer would be good for us here. Let's put him here. Combat previews are now enabled. Preview shows the amount of damage each unit will take during the next combat phase. Red X means they'll be defeated. Okay, so if I enhance them, it means I'm going to be doing a bazillion damage before they get a turn. There's no reason to just not play this one, so I'm going to play this one. And I guess we'll try to burn him real quick. There's less for me to deal with. And I can play another enemy. I guess I could put him up here, maybe. Put another one up here, maybe. Or do I just not even play it because these are my weaker monsters? That's the question I'm coming into at the moment. Yeah, let's kill this one, maybe? I don't know what the icons mean at the bottom. I'm assuming this is bad. I'm gonna kill him real quick. I need to stop him. He should just die, right? Yeah, he should just die. Do something like this. Ah, there's my higher health one. That's the one I'm waiting for. Let's just deal with them. Final wave. Ooh, let's armor up. Kill that one real quick. They can do a lot of damage already. Let's see if this does enough damage. It says it does 96, so it should do a lot. Use the game speed in the top right to toggle. Okay. I can have it in like super fast speed if I want to. I think we're good here. I think this thing should just die. But just because, I'll put some stuff up here. There we go. More items. Summon, deal 5 damage to enemy units. Summon triggers when played, unit only effect on the current floor. I don't know if I need that. Important work. Kill a friendly unit of the required type in order to play this card. Sacrifice an imp. Gain an ember, draw 1. Fledgling imps. Apply rage 5 to friendly units. I might let rage up just because I have more, like, I have a double striker. But it's also tempting to skip. You know what? I'm gonna skip since I'm not feeling either of those are like mandatory ups. Deal 3 damage, move that unit to the front. Interesting. I don't know if that's relevant for me at the moment. Sharpen could help with finishing the boss, but it does cost 2. Okay, so that's the indication for spikes. I don't think I want this either. If it costs 1, I would have taken it. I think I'm gonna say no. We gotta learn to say no. Gain an artifact, gain an awoken unit. Duplicate any card except your champion. Oh, so if I started powering up my characters, Hellvent would let me basically improve that further. So I could have 2 of the 40-something health characters. That's not terrible. I think I want to see what an artifact is, though, or what an awoken unit is. Whenever you play a spell that would ascend or descend an enemy, also apply Dazed to Dazed, can't attack, or resolve abilities. Friendly units enter with armor 5. I'm going to take this one because it's more applicable. Gives me tankiness. But let's see if this unit is any good. Sweep hits all enemies. Okay. Summon, gain 60 max health. Rejuvenate, gain 3. So this would allow me to deal with enemies more easily. This would be another thing I would end up pumping. Lower cost in such a magic shop. Good to know. See, this thing costs 3 pips, so if I put this in... So, okay, so I'm almost tempted to pick this one, just because I want to see when it says gain 60 max health. I'm assuming it applies to itself, question mark. So we put it at 75, or does it have to be with somebody else? Because this would let me basically just kill the boss through attrition. Because it already is spiked. So I guess the question is, do I need another boss slayer, or do I need something that deals with enemies more easily? I'm thinking sweep would be more useful with my pump spells. Tough call for me, because I'm kind of still early in the game. I'm going to take this one because I want to learn how summon works. I think that's the only reason I picked that card. Something interesting could be found in the Frozen Hellvent Cave. Sure, we'll see what Concealed Caverns does. The historian makes his way towards his train in an unusual carriage. Hellborn, how fortunate I am that our travelers have finally crossed paths. I'm recording the events of Armageddon for posterity. Possibly futile, I know. I shall make a fortune if you do somehow succeed. So would you characterize yourself as honest, aggressive, or stealthy? So honest, get a gift of gratitude, so I get money. So I could... Okay, so Purge is kind of like the... I think it was ethereal in Slay the Spire, so it's a... As soon as it's used, it goes away. Your pirate gets +1 and 10... for every 10 you have. So this would kind of save me if a run went poorly. Stealth, deal damage to units, slay +50 gold. This sounds interesting, but I don't think I can guarantee. So if I had gone with more combat spells, this would make more sense. I like getting more money, because more money is more options. However, I think I'm just going to play it safe with aggressive. Ah yes, the fabled fighting spirit of the Hellborn. Would expect nothing less. Your count shall make for a wonderful reading. Here's something for your assistance. Best of luck to you in the battles ahead. Daedalus the Professor. Heavily armored creations protect this ex-professor in his quest to safeguard Seraph the Winged. Plating Seal. Constructed explosives entered with damage shield. Nullify the next source of damage. Okay. So that's where a multi-strike would be useful. Possibly Sweep would have been useful. So on the plus side, I have 150 gold. So my thing should have more health at the top and more damage in case things get desperate. Daedalus is the strongest boss you've faced yet. He moves between floors freely, but he can be attacked if you clear out other enemies on that floor. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Watch out for triggers. The bomb has a triggered ability will explode on its turn, dealing damage. Check the tooltips of units with the purple trigger to see the details of their abilities. So I'm guessing because it's a champion, it can only appear once. Thinking about it, it costs nothing to play. Could do something like put a champion there, then see what this does. Okay, so it... Oh, max health, but not actual health. Oh, I understand the gimmick now. I comprehend, chat. Do I just not... See, I wish I could see what this did more. Despawn and deal 10 damage in front of your unit. Okay, so I just don't put anybody there. Is that just the counterplay? I just don't put anything there. Let's get rid of one of these, maybe. End our turn. Getting incant. I don't know what that is. Triggers when you play a spell, gets more damage. Okay. Put that one there. Because at least then I have some tankiness. Seem terrible. Life 5 armor. Sure, we'll become immune. There should be a decent amount of healing at least. Okay, so I could force it to not hit me, which sounds good. See if this is good enough. Oh, I lost my other summon. That's unfortunate. Make him tankier. And let's heal ourselves slightly. Final wave, okay. I definitely need somebody in the front to take damage first, I think. I should just die, right? I mean, I could save myself a little bit of healing here. Deal with that enemy. Okay. I'm a little worried. That's 8 per. So that's kind of like dealing 5 damage instead of dealing 2 damage. I think that's okay. Oh, do I not get the other things back? That's kind of unfortunate. Let's improve our health then. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay, our forge killed him. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, chat. Thank you, bonus gold. Consume double the amount of armor on a unit. Consume, apply quick. Cycle of life, add 3. 10 health, spikes 3. Ew, I don't like any of these. I'm gonna skip. Revenge, gain an ember. That's kind of interesting. Rage 4, apply Rage 3 to surrounding units. So Thorn Hollow I need to kind of protect a bit better, now that I understand it a bit more. But do I want a cheap damage dealer? Because this is kind of like high burst damage. I don't know. So Wilting Sapwood is just kind of like my means to play more expensive cards. So keep it in mind. That's more, what do I see myself needing more? Possibly having more health is more important to me at the moment. I think we'll go for that. Then to play cards from your hand, +1 per turn, draw 1 +1 capacity per 4. Interesting choices. So I don't know if I really need Ember at the moment. Drawing +1 isn't terrible. Capacity is good if I have a lot of minions. Because that would allow me to basically triple up. I think I'm going to go for extra capacity for now, because I could potentially have a floor of all 2 drops. Let's see if this works. Oh, does it not get healed between combat? Oh, that's unfortunate if that's true. I could gain money, or I could move up to 2 cards. Let's do that, maybe. What is my least useful spell? Honestly, Restore is kind of disappointing. I get rid of one of these. Torch is okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to reduce my Restores. That way I'm more likely to draw my buffs. Forge your units to gain new powers. Upgrade a unit with 5 attack and 10 health. Upgrade to unit with multi-strike 1. Ooh, multi-strike. Oh, there are heal spots. I think I want multi-strike, but who do I give it to? My best overall unit. I give it to this thing. I think that might be one of my better choices. Yeah, let's give this thing multi-strike. That way it's more likely to regenerate health. Rage 7. I think we'll just do this. Might as well just stack the buffs. That way it should just multi-strike kill basically everything on the first few turns. Sure. You know what? Give this thing a little more power. Okay, let's leave. Still got a couple coins. Hellhorn unit. Applies armor to nearby demons. Okay, I'll take that actually. Upgrade your champion. Armor 15, multi-strike 2. Gain 10 armor, revenge, gain 2 rage. I think I want multi-strike 2. I think that just sounds too powerful. I think I want this. In particular, since I think I can upgrade the strength of this creature. Let's do this. Clip Tormentors. They might be low-level recruits of the Clip, but they'll overload you with penance if you don't take them out quickly. Undergo trials for good risk and reward. Activating the trial makes this battle more difficult, but you earn an extra reward. Enemies enter with 15 armor. Oh, get out of here. I'm just playing the game for the first time. Come on. Maybe later. Alright, so who do we start with? Oh, we got a solid unit. We could do something like this. Pair him with this guy. we'll see if this works. Put him on the next floor preemptively. What's this thing? Triggers on death, gain 75 gold. Flees from battle if not rooted or dazed. It doesn't have a lot of health. Can I just burn it? Okay. We burn the back row? Sure. Again, we just kind of want to rejuvenate it over and over. I don't know if I want to summon these. I'm gonna hold off. Okay. We're doing more damage to the front line, so they should just die. That should reduce damage taken. I could kill this thing. That way we take even less damage. There's our 33 health person. Let's put him up here. Armor 5. Let's... There we go. Make them tankier. Rejuvenate. That way he lasts a bit longer and give him armor, I think. Got 1 point left over. I guess I can put somebody up here. So I can have something near the end at least. So I don't have enough to kill the back row, so I think it'd be better just to heal, maybe? Play the sapwood. Maybe. We'll do it like this, that way I get more turns with that thing. I think it has to attack from the front forward, I think is how it's working. As long as I put my bait characters in the front, this should be fine. Oh, we almost beat him in 1 turn. That was easy. Much better. Get more armor? Maybe. Piercing deals damage, 5 damage twice. Okay. That one seems more useful to me, because we keep fighting enemies with 5 health, and this would just eliminate it, and it ignores shields. So I think I'll take this one. Deal damage to the front enemy. Well, yeah, I don't care about that one. We'll take this one. I need a damage spell. Do I get another steel enhancer? Maybe? I mean, this is just free stats. I think I have to. Yeah, let's take this one. Alright, what are our choices here? Gain money, upgrade units, something interesting. Gain an artifact, remove power. Let's try this one. We haven't gone to the magic shop yet. Upgrade a spell that costs 1 less. Okay. Upgrade a spell with 20 power and consume. Backstone, upgrade a spell that gain double stack and cost +1. Okay, so I can apply twice. I can make something cheap, basically. Interesting. Free 5 damage? Gotta take that one, I guess. Purge a card? Sure. Let's get rid of... maybe one of my basic torches. So I just want to cycle my cards a little faster. Hold on to the rest of our money. Hello, Kirk. Hope you're doing well. Let's get an artifact. Life 4 armor. Each time it is applied to a friendly unit. Your pirate gets 15 attack. I'm gonna go for +4 stacks of armor. I'm imagining this works with the other artifact I have, If it doesn't, I'm gonna feel sad, but let's learn together. So I have something that makes me start with armor. So I'm hoping that just means I start with 9 armor instead of 5. If not, I still have a thing that applies armor, so it's not the end of the world. Just, I'd rather know. Move 2 additional cards. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of another torch. I'm gonna get rid of another torch. Should be fine. Hidden Assault, Sneaky Clip have infiltrated your train, use spells and higher floors to take them out. Non-boss enemies enter with 4 spikes. Yeah, I don't think so. Listen, we're learning the game. I guess they not a target in combat for the next turn. Oh, so they're gonna spawn up here. Let's see. That's where burn spells would have been useful. Got it. I mean, I'll still put my character down here for later. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about, I guess if regen is permanent, I want it on our frontline character. See how it goes. Oh. I should have assumed they could still attack. That was a mistake on my part. That's okay. We got this to make up for it. Yeah, so it did come in with extra armor stacks. That's what I was hoping for. Guess I'll try to kill it. Line 9 armor. Yeah, let's do something like this. Eliminate this. It's gonna do a lot of damage. I could have done that a little better. That's fine. We're learning. The other thing is gonna get past me though. That's the problem. I don't like their gimmick, I'll put it that way. I guess I should have moved them up a floor. I should have paid attention to what it told me. I'm gonna do this. I'm just thinking about if this is enough stats. I don't think that's enough. Well, a lot of damage. Maybe I try to save it with this. Yeah, now that should kill it. And I could give it regen. Then I just try to damage this. It's gonna hit the top. I don't think I can stop that. Took a little damage there. Apply 9 armor to, I guess, the front line, just so they're tankier. Regen. Regen. I could have a sacrifice thing up there. I'd rather use this sapling next turn, though. I'm back up to 15 health. These things are not targetable, except with Torch. That's gonna buy me a lot of time. Well, we'll see how it goes. And unfortunately, it hits a lot of times here. This is free damage. I have no reason not to do this. Oh, I don't have enough space for it. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, multi-tack kind of unfair. Guess I just go for the back row, just because it hits more times. And I just gotta stall somehow. The sad part is I don't even have, like, low armor, but it's like... Yeah, I think I have to put this one here, which kind of sucks. I'm about to take a lot of damage. I mean, fortunately, it's almost dead. 15 damage there, kind of big, actually. So if I buff the back line, it should deal the most damage. Yeah, unfortunate. I should have counted my spaces a bit better. One, but that was not pretty. Deal 100 damage to friendly and enemy units? Oh. I kind of want that. Deal 5 damage, apply 24 armor. There's certain times where I'm kind of okay with our ally units dying. Like when we're at the top floor. I'm kind of tempted to pick that up. This one is interesting because I could deal damage directly to myself and give myself armor. I think I need a delete button. I'm gonna go for a delete button. Add 3 sting cards, deal 10 damage to the front enemy. Draw +1 next turn. Okay, I mean that helps with our channeler. Draw +1 each turn. This helps with our damage spells. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay. That way I have more kill potential. Restore 20 pyre health. Remove cards. Duplicate any card except for your champion. We're gonna go with this route. I want to heal. Remove 2 cards. What do I want to get rid of? Maybe one of the stewards? They're honestly kind of terrible. I'll get rid of 1 steward. This is fine. Because I'm gonna duplicate a monster anyway, right? That doesn't matter. Well, that means I can have more than one of my super buff people, right? Am I allowed to duplicate it? Oh, I can duplicate it. So I think I'm going to do that then, because I got a double striker with regen health, which means if I put it on the top floor, for example, it could just regen this entire time. Yeah, let's duplicate this. I can still remove 1 additional card. It's probably okay for now. I have like a high damage spell. I got some mediocre enemy cards. I got one with extra health. That's not completely useless. Let's see. Fell the Wings of Light. Clip Dissolver's Guard fell to weigh you down. With guilt before the warrior can make her killing blow, remove these weights to thwart their assault. Scouring Crest fell on our allies' wild. Scorch cards to your hand and deck. Interesting. She has a lot of health. Oh, so if I don't play it, I take damage to the pyre directly. That kind of sucks. Become tankier. Well, then I'm definitely gonna play that. So that stops me from leaving the floor, which I'm okay with. I could play this, and I could play this, and I could get rid of this. Okay. So if something goes... Oh, what the heck is this? That's not fair. Let's buff. Wow, this feels a little unfair. It weighed down my hand pretty heavily. I don't think any of my characters are really in danger of dying at all. Let's just try not to lose our pyre to stupid stuff like this. Okay. Get rid of that immediately. Guess we'll power up this one, maybe? There's my 33 health one. I could do something like this, maybe. Give it a little more protection. +0. I can kill the thing in the back pretty easily. Game is punishing me for not taking the thing where I can get more general energy for each turn. It kind of sucks. I don't like the situation I'm in. I didn't realize there would be this kind of effect in the game. I mean, I'm just gonna try to reduce fire damage, I guess. Okay, can apply 9 armor. Let's do it to... I guess the back row. Makes the bottom better. Heal this guy up a little more. Apply armor to keep him around longer. We could get more damage in. Protect our other characters. Maybe this is okay. I don't want the steward if I can avoid it. I think if I play this, this will kind of counter the nonsense that we're encountering. Deal with him. Really annoying it's chipping away at the pyre. Not much I can do about that. Final wave. Cards with the consume placed in the consume pile, that's fine. Let's regen a little more health here. Be a lot of damage. I mean, at least I hurt the bots a little bit before this point. So our champion's putting in the work at least. Could do 100 damage right now. I don't think that's worth it. 9 armor. Did a little more damage. I just don't know when I'm gonna Inferno is the problem. Let's do this. I think this will make a difference. So I'll just try to preserve the health. I think it just has too much health. I think this might be GG here. I think this is GG. Yep, GG. Yeah, it just... I wish I knew there was something that would stop me from playing more cards, as that actually really messed me up. But it's close to the end, apparently. Elhorn level up, moving unit to the front and apply 10 armor. Guess I'll do hell yeah. Ashes of Pollen, summon abilities trigger an additional time. Interesting. Healing done, 68, new personal record, yada yada. Interesting. I just gotta play as the more and I get more cards. There. Yeah, it was just kind of like, If I had chosen the one that gave me extra energy, I would have had more cards to play, and I would have kept the Pyre healthier. So knowing that that's a thing, I think I might just go for more energy next time. Oh, so now I can choose who my main clan is. Gather the Awoken. Random clan. I mean, I'll leave it as Hellhorn, I guess. Oh. Oh, I got scared. I hit a button. Try this again. Who's... Why would I want a 0 attack 10 health champion? That sounds terrible. Also, I'm used to hitting cancel there, my bad. I'll try not to do that again. I would rather have the Hellhorn at the moment. Unless they get something really crazy. Unlocks at level 5. Maybe that will make more sense in the future. Wanna win a run to unlock this feature? Sure, we'll try again. Yeah, no, that was my first run, Kirk. Ring 3, Ring 6, Seraph the Chief. We still didn't see that one. Fell the Wings of Light looked horrible. I think that's the fight I lost on. Daedalus we at least know. Upgrade your champion or gain an artifact. Well, can I see what they are before I do it? The card is consumed. Pyre gets 40 extra health. So I can't just look at what the choice is. Okay, never mind. Or I could choose both, never mind. We're gonna go for armor multi-strike 1. Gather clergy could get extra money. Sure, I'll try this. It's pretty early on, but I did get a good upgrade. Did I seriously only draw one? Right, chat, did I seriously only draw one champion? Where are my monster cards, chat? If that was Torch, 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 this would have been fine. Well. Okay, we need somebody to block. We're gonna get the money. Okay, we'll take a little bit of damage here. Huh. Three health is okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, so if he purges without being content. Oh, I don't have any more creatures. I didn't think about that. Get rid of that. Well, maybe it's not worth it anymore. I keep forgetting our starting deck is kind of booty. But let's get a little healing. This is fine. I'll take the money. Summon apply armor to the front friendly unit. Okay. I think I want this. Need tankiness. Deal 3 damage, move that unit to the front. Store 10 health, deal damage to the front equal to the amount healed. It's not terrible. Glimmer kind of helps with, like, I think I just want... I think I want Restoration Detonation if I have the other thing with me. Let's try this. Forge Magic. Guess I'll go for Magic. Well, maybe I can upgrade a character. Or, oh wait, I can't upgrade a champion this way. Upgrade plus 15 attack, 40 health. Kind of tempting. Thing does like no damage. Can make it super steward. Okay. Try something like that. Oh, I should have waited for this, actually. That's fine. I learned my mistake. We'll learn next time to wait for the other shout first. Aggressive. I probably still would have applied the other thing to the other enemy, but that's fine. Nah, I don't want a unit draft. I think I got about what I need to win. Got rid of their haste. That's probably good. Get some money. Ooh, this thing's gonna die regardless. Okay. Go like this. Say no to you real quick. Oh, we got this like a hand too late. That's unfortunate. Put him up here for now. Nothing for me to target, unfortunately. I guess I could put regen on somebody. Yes. Oh no, it just goes away at the end of turn. So I have a lot of armor. Play another one of those, interestingly. I can protect the front line for longer, which will result in more damage. Deal with this creature. So, almost got it in one. This kills regardless, but I'm curious. Okay, so if it doesn't actually heal, it doesn't do damage. That's fair. That's fair. Ascend a unit, apply armor, deal 5 damage to enemy units. I'm gonna try a more aggressive build. I'm gonna try the Multi-Imp. Well, I definitely want the free stats. Duplicate any card. I think we're a little early for that. Problem is I don't really want to heal the Pyre yet. I'm close to wanting to, but it's like, how badly do I want another unit? I mean, like, I guess... Oh, hello. Wait a minute, chat. Oh, multi-strike 1? Okay, well, never mind. Good choice to come over here. Though I guess I'd duplicate my multi-striker. I mean, I wish I would have gotten something before that point, but that's fine. Okay. So, this looks like pretty consistent. I'm not going to read it out again. I think we could just hold money for the end. Yeah, I'd rather the Pirate just be stronger. Because we've seen it, it's gone to the final floor a couple times. And we gotta fight Daedalus again. Not reading him out, we just fought him. I'm gonna put our prince at the top, maybe. Wish I had more damage spells for the bottom. That's unfortunate. tanky. Let's buff up. Sorry, summon. I'm gonna sacrifice you. Heal up a little bit. Oh, I didn't realize I still have this one. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. Misplay. Should be fine. Give ourselves some health later. Is he dead from that? I think he is. Kind of silly. Ooh, we're not gonna kill the rest of these characters though. That's kind of a problem, right? Does killing the boss just end the fight? I mean, if not, I'll do a little more damage. Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. Probably okay. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I think it was gonna punish me. A lot of money. Consume, deal damage to front equal to 50 times the number of imps in your deck. Oh. Okay. Gives me a boss option. I think it's time for me to play a Demon Fiend at some point. Actually, wait. Steelworker. I think I want energy per turn. Try something else. Got more imps in my deck? I got a couple. So unstable vortex artifact, or gain money, then get a spell or get a unit. Let's upgrade our spells. Let's see what unit we could get first. Sure, we'll get a sweeper. Get money. Upgrade a spell that costs -1. Let's make the Impalate free. And play cards placed on the top of your draw pile on next turn. Oh. Do I want to constantly buff or get Impalate? I think I want to Impalate constantly. Like, where's the downside in this? It costs 0 and does 30? Purge a card. Nah, we'll hold on to our money. Upgrade your champion. Yeah, let's get armor 15, multi-strike 2. Up Tormentors. Non-enemies restore a health when they move up a floor. Nah, let's not deal with that. This one will hit everybody. Do something like... Or people protected. I could just delete the enemy if I want to. It's not a terrible idea, honestly. Oh. losing health, or I could just do 1,000,000 damage here. Strike. Use torch on you. Oh, you had more health. I'll just go for oops all offense. Our protagonist deal more damage. An imp to kill the enemies, maybe. Any random enemy I could just do a lot of damage to. Now I actually have more... I guess if one of my monsters dies, I still got a Horn Warrior left over. Let's heal. Okay. I think I'll die regardless. Might as well ship it out slightly. It's the only enemy left? That's so sad. Oh, I don't have room for more summons. So I gotta get rid of some other cards. Let's get a healing on the bottom floor. I guess I'll infiltrate them just because. I mean, it's a good thing I ran out of things to play. I'm doing too well, apparently. Oh, easy. 30 damage. Love it. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Okay, this should be fine. Okay. Again, that 30 damage really kind of adds up. Get rid of those. Okay. It looks like I have a damage spell, so I'm gonna go for more imps, I guess. Apply 4 rage and 5 armor. Consume. Apply 2 times rage and armor. So this one is just strictly better if it's 2 costs, but if I spend 3, it becomes stronger. So it's like, do I go for what would be more useful on average, or for something that's only useful in the final room? I think I just go for... maybe a skip, honestly. I'm not really dying for any of these. Let's skip it. Zoom, draw 3 next turn. Sync. That's... bosses are immune to it, okay. Store 30 health, apply regen 3. This is kind of interesting because I have characters that can actually benefit from this. But this is a pretty dead card most of the time. But it is 30 health. I'll take a risk. I'll take it. That could save me in a boss fight. Their choices are money, caverns, duplicate, artifact, forge, remove. I think we need to remove some cards. Let's get an artifact first. Rage does not decay on friendly units. Oh. Chat. Oh. I wish I had known that was an option before then. That's fine. Let's remove, I think, 1 restore. We have too many of those. We need 1 lesser creature removed. Let's remove 1 of the stewards. That way our hand's a little less dead weighty. Restore is okay, but it's like, oh, free multi-strike? Who do I give it to? Could make a super Awaken Hollow. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Just all the health, chat. I want this thing basically unkillable. Oh, it can only have, it has a max number of slots. That's fine. Then we can add the extra health to one of our multi-strikers. I mean, 30 health is pretty good. I could still use this if I want to purge a card. Let's hold on to our money. Harpy's Guard, heavy hitting, Spell Shield 2. What does Spell Shield even do? Absorb next spell damage? Does that even matter? I don't... Do have a lot of damage spells. Let's not do that. I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, I kind of do have like the Impalate. Wish I had something tankier. I think I'm gonna put my... What do I do here? I think I just make these guys expendable for now and not worry about it. That way I can set up a better team up here. I think that's the play. Yeah, let's try something like this, maybe. That way if they kill the front line, I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of you. I don't think I can kill the top thing. I don't have a damaging spell, unfortunately. Unless Sweep would do it. Sweep would do it. Put that up there. Just to get the money. Did okay amount of damage. This will stop it from dying, I think. Unless it attacks twice. We'll try to save it, maybe. Impalate. I think this is the perfect opportunity to use it. 30 damage there, kind of huge. Multi-strike. Do something like this. Now I kind of want them to kill my steward. I think it's gonna die regardless here, which is good. Let's chip out the back row one. Slightly less to worry about next turn. So I need something that maybe sacrifices units. I think that was a thing. Okay, so we lost our deadweight unit, which is good. And I could put in a stronger unit, like this. That's a lot of damage. I think we could protect our front row better. And I can regenerate. And I can torch... this guy? Feeling pretty good about that. Reaper Spite. Okay, so I can nuke this guy. Nuke him. Power up our back row character. Heal our injured unit. Torch. Impalate, nice. It's another 30 I don't need to worry about. I wish I could have put this down for some other place. This is just heal 10 health. This, again, not terrible. We'll do some damage. Get this going. Oh, they had stealth. Oh, that's so lame. Wonder why it didn't die. I don't think this will do anything. That sucks, actually. Because my bottom row probably would have killed it by itself. Okay, so it's dead here regardless. But what if, chat? Oh, interesting. Why was that one improving? Cultivate increase with the lowest health by cultivate value. Oh. Nice. Thank you, Cultivate. It made my front line actually not die there. Useful. Now we're learning. More money. Summon a random consume spell to your hand. I think I want another imp. Then I want probably none of this. I'm gonna skip. There we go. Infolate's doing more damage, chat. That's the more important thing. So I can improve my spells and heal. I don't think I need to heal. Remove cards. Trinkets, money. I mean, improving spells wouldn't be terrible. I don't know if I really need to remove cards other than monsters. Artifacts could be interesting. Let's go this way and see what the Concealed Cavern gives us. Could be useful. Ornate chests have emerged from thawing ice. Both chests have a strange mechanism that look like it'd be picked with shards from the pyre. Or decorate chests might take a few more tries. Oh. Wait, I think I'm gonna get healed regardless, right? I think I'm gonna get healed regardless. I think I could choose this one safely. Yeah. So, not phenomenal, but at least I'm back at full. Upgrade costs to be -1. Ooh. Awake being cheaper would be good for us, actually. Upgrade a spell to remove. It's oh, so I could just get this 20 more power. And then we can remove the consume. Alright, so now I have a 22 damage spell I can use at my leisure. That should be a lot of damage. Let's get revenge on this boss. So I have a lot of AoE now. Do something like... deal with you. Purge. So every time it gets buffed up, it buffs everything near it. Interesting. Okay. We could do a couple of basic enemies here, I think. Let's get rid of fire damage. That way, if they kill the bottom row, it doesn't really impact me that much. What the heck is this? Like, chat, look at this. Wow. Wow. Kinda cheap. Okay, at least the front row died. So I'm gonna give this thing a ton of health. I had a different thing to put there. Let's get rid of these. Let's buff this thing up. Can I heal any of my other characters? Okay, let's get rid of this first. 2 damager. Let's get rid of that and do this maybe. Damage to basically anything. I'm gonna use Impolate here. One less thing I have to worry about later. There we go. Did a little more damage. Rid of that. Heal. I guess this thing. Should just kill both of those in one hit. That's good. Deal with you. Now I'm just looking for my buff cards and or emulate just to do a lot of damage. Ooh, that did a ton of damage. Final wave, and now we get to heal. This is better than nothing back here. Only does 18. I think if we could do any kind of stalling here, it'd be good. That's not what I meant to do. Another 45. Okay, now we got somebody to actually defend. 22 damage. So I gave him more health and other stats. That's not terrible. Let's see if we can do it, chat. More attack power. I think it's dead, but I'm gonna just play some cards regardless. Much better. So Cultivate can really buff our many multi-strikers, so I'm kind of liking this energy now. Soar full health? Maybe. Oh no, they're infilate? I think we gotta take a chat. We need to get rid of threats. Do I get another energy or another draw? I think I actually want another draw. Just to cycle through our cards more. Upgrade champion, money, upgrade unit, restore health, powers. Actually, I don't think I really want to upgrade my spells. I think I need to take the money. Multi-strike 4? Chat, okay. Although getting a lot of base damage isn't terrible either. Tough call. I guess if I pair it with the Cultivate, maybe this is the better choice. Let's see if we can upgrade ourselves further. We could go first. Interesting. That damage, though. Extra health. Mostly just want to get rid of the stewards. Like, they're okay, but... The resolve will constantly add armor. Yeah, it's like... Let's commit to the attack power, maybe. Although having a stronger sweeper wouldn't be terrible. Now let's improve our sweeper slightly. We'll do 25 health to probably our steelworker. If he's able to survive more, he's gonna be able to buff more. Maybe quick and sweep would deal with the trash faster. Try something like that. Urge a card. Probably one of these. I'll pay to remove it. That's fine. I could re-roll to get more goods, I saw. Okay. So let's hope the quick sweep will mean that I can basically instant strike, which might be useful. So I'm gonna give myself utility versus raw damage. We'll see if I pay for that or not. Conduit Masters. Make conduits to master the use of armor and grant their abilities to strike multiple times. Remove the conduits and power will be removed. Okay. So that's where going first might make a difference. I could get 400 more gold if I let them move up a floor. Nah, that's fine. I think I'm kind of good gold-wise. So I could put down a trained steward, put down our Hornbreaker Prince. Reduce the damage that we take. I mean, this is a crazy alternate floor for sure. That should reduce the damage I take. Go ahead and bring a demon into this floor. That's where Quick and Sweep is going to be useful. That should hit it first. If it kills our frontliner, it's not a big deal. Fortunately, this spell is kind of dead. Drew kind of bad combo of cards, unfortunately. I was hoping we would get our summon one, but we didn't. Just apply them randomly? I don't think it super matters. I mean, I guess I could have Restoration myself, but I kind of want our frontliner to die, so it is what it is. Okay, let's improve ourselves a little bit. There's the card I've been waiting for. We'll just have a tanky character in the front, maybe? Oh, just the lowest one got buffed. Interesting. Okay. Our champion's a little bit in danger. We gotta protect him here. 2 Impalates. That's a lot of damage. How did I not draw another creature? It's kind of unlucky. I think our champion is dead here. Even with that damage, yeah. I mean, that should help a little bit, but... Oh, I guess I could have saved 1 torch. I could have played that a little better. But he's still alive, and that's all that matters. Speaking of which... I have nothing but burn damage. Nice. Would have been nice to draw a healing card there, but whatever. Okay. Something here. Something here. More cards to draw, that's fine. I could do this just to full heal before the combat. Oh wow, I didn't even go first at all. That's not good. I'm in big trouble here. I didn't draw my big damage dealer when I needed it. Guess I'll try to buff. Did 50 there, that's not terrible. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Wish I could have played one more card. We got kind of a bad card order. I think I would have been fine otherwise. We still won, but that costs a lot. Digiguard, draft the supported Ancient Guard. A new clan unlock. Nice. Mystic Sirens and Ancient Totems work together, eradicate Maggot from hell. Okay. Consume, Rage 3. Summon, gain 4. It is an imp. Even if I don't play it, I'll just bring it in. Restore 25 health, draw 2. Nah, I don't need these others. We're gonna look to heal the Pyre. We have to be getting close to the end. We're on number 8. Duplicate a card and heal. I think I want to do this one. So I could get something pretty ludicrous if I wanted to. Like our pretty ridiculous Awoken Hollow could be nice. I guess we'll make Awake basically free, or Impulate for free. We'll do Impulate for free. I want that more. Plus 10 damage. I think towards the end I just needed damage. Although Restoration Detonation isn't terrible. Yeah, I mean this is also a damage spell. Guess this will work. The double stack. +1 the cost. Regen 6 is kind of sick, but do I really want it to cost 3? Don't think I do. I healed the Pyre a little bit more. Get a random trinket. Friendly units gain +2 on Slay. That's not bad. Enter with 5 armor, maybe. Gotta protect our units a bit more. Yeah, this would help our champion. Let's buy that. Even though it leaves us pretty broke, I'll go for it. Seraph the Chast. And is near the Incarnation of Hell's greatest foe's power to cleanse all units' effects which don't benefit Seraph. Require more than sheer strength. Okay. At least I have a way to scale some damage for this fight. Move half of buff and debuff effects. Well, I mean, if it's permanent stat up, I don't think that applies to us, question mark. Like, it'll get rid of rage and regen, presumably. But I don't think it'll get rid of permanent stat ups. What a ridiculous hand. I can just summon another one. There we go. Now we got a lot of damage, right, chat? Like, okay. I healed 30. I have 5 times attacks. This should basically one-shot almost everything. All we need to do is just keep buffing. Sweep? Yeah, sweep would be good here, I think. Got 30 health. Is that more than the other ones? About the same, but it goes first. Let's protect it with this thing. We'll try to clean up the enemies that get through with this. 2 damage. Alright, now I'm gonna take less damage. I think that's good for me. Sweep, I think it's a pretty good first or second floor kind of enemy. Hopefully, that is going to be a lot of damage. I don't have a big damage dealer though. Like, Steelworker could be useful. I'm just thinking about what I want to do with this. I think regenerating here is definitely really good because I'm gonna get more damage. The question is, what do I do with the rest of my hand? It could save me some damage taken, so I'm gonna do that one for sure. I'll go for it. Okay, I want a big heal here. Perfect. 100 damage, basically one shot. Rejuvenate and maybe double torch. That looked like a pretty good turn. I just got a lot of damage on the boss there, which is good. Again, our back row just keeps getting stronger and stronger, so I'm feeling kind of good about this. Apply armor maybe to our other character. Impalate this for free just to damage the other enemies. Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't consumed anything, so the imp by itself is kind of useless. Question is just how much damage do I want to do? I think I spend this to crit the boss. That should be GG for everything down there. I mean, I can make the front line tankier. Not the worst thing ever. There's still more turns. That's unfortunate for the enemy. Ooh, big heal. Sure, we'll just keep getting stronger, chat. This is fine. Didn't quite kill. Try to reduce how much damage we take, I guess. Let's heal up. Okay, we killed one of their tankiest members. That's good. Again, the champion down there is just getting all these bonuses. I'm feeling pretty good about this. It does 250 every time he attacks. And the other thing is regen. This feels like a good combo. Wow, we even hurt the boss there. Okay, we want to deal with this thing. Wait, wait, we just win straight up? Wow. Yeah, big wow. That was embarrassingly good for us. That was embarrassingly good. The Frozen Heart. Final stage or actual end of run? We'll find out. Okay. So we won it on our second attempt ever? Covenant unlocked. It allows you to opt in higher challenge mode and start mastering on victory. Goes up every time you win a run on your highest unlock rank. End of run this time. Seems like it. Attune sacrifice imp, deal 50 to the front enemy. Oh, see that? Okay, maybe we will do imp builds. That's funny, because I was wondering how I could get rid of them, and that I guess that's one of them. Conserve energy between turns. Oh, that sounds actually kind of sick. I would love to have like just a 9 energy turn. Then all those X costing cards make a lot more sense. Awoken is leveled. Add regen 2 and spikes. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. Friendly units get +1 per stack of spikes. Okay, now that makes more sense. I was gonna say, chat, that made more sense because I was like, I'm not really feeling that other one. Oh no, did you see that? It said Yentos is best. I guess Yentos from the Twitch chat has played it before. Yeah, there we go. So I'm being outranked. I see Kirk is number 10. I'm assuming that's Kirk's icon. And Callum from the stream is number 3. There we go. There's the competition. There we go. We've made progress. That was kind of fun. I kind of like them. So we still have more cards to unlock. I can look at the individual books. So lots of things to unlock apparently. Interesting. Mastery card frame. Choose a frame to apply to master cards. You get master cards in deck by winning a standard run with the Covenant enabled. Oh. Is it just to make your cards look cool? Is that it? I was like, I think it would do something. So there we go. I'm rank 0. I gotta do better. So I guess we'll do another run. I mean, I think that went pretty well. The Consume Crown plus our champion was kind of GG. Honestly, like that probably net us like another 12 on attack, but we had 5 attacks. So it just ended up being too much damage. It's the translation. So I guess I'll pay attention more to Cultivate going forward. I'm kind of curious about the other one. So what is this other one? I kind of want to see what they're like. I'm gonna split them up a little bit. It's probably not good, but I just want to see it. Add mutators. Oh, okay. So you could just random up the challenge. Got it. Okay. I don't want to do that right now. I just want to learn. So I fully expect to lose, but I want to see what the Stygian Guard has. Random starting cards, offering token, draw 1, discard 1. Vine Grasp, okay. Incant, apply armor 1 to friendly units. Interesting. So the enemies we're fighting are completely different this time. Talos, Arcus, and Seraph. Covenant level 1. Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't go for the Covenant ranking. I just want to get used to the game a bit first. Start a turn out of Vigrass with Purge. Alright, so this is just... It's just 3 damage guaranteed. When you summon the second unit during a turn, gain 3 energy. I'm assuming when it means summon, it just means play, not literally the imp card. Or cards with summon effects. If it literally means cards with summon effects, that's not as good. But if it's like play 2 monsters, get 3 energy, then I would take that. See, some of it is just like, I'm not sure how to interpret the text. Your Covenant 1, I didn't change it. Oh, that's unfortunate. It is true. I guess it automatically applied it because I didn't tell it to do that. That kind of sucks. It kind of makes me want to restart. I don't really want to fight on harder difficulty stuff while learning. I mean, it's literally my 3rd game, I guess. I mean, this is just free damage that costs 0. I'll take free damage. Let's see, what does our champion even do? Damage spell costs 1 less on the floor. Sweep, strike, apply, spell weakness. I wish I knew a little more about the character to make a better decision. I mean, unfortunately, if I chose the one I had started with, I don't think the plants have damage spells. Alright, so tactical error. Yeah, I'm gonna restart, chat. If you're saying it's Covenant, that thing at the top, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't like that it made me do that. Yeah, I want to do a new run. I don't like that it made me do that because I didn't tell it to do that. Yeah, go back to this. Thank you. Okay, so this one seems more like, instead of Awoken, I think it wants more like the imp build. I'm gonna try this instead. So I could make all my spells cost less, and this has a lot of damaging spells. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, I don't like I didn't tell it to do that, so I just find it kind of rude. Whenever you draw a non-champion, its cost is randomized. Yeah, let's not. Let's take the armor though. Oh wait, I got different. Oh, it's different? Oh. Well that sucks. I wanted the other one that I had. Is it because of the alternate one that I had, or is this purely random? I literally... That really sucks, actually. Guess I'll do Titan's Bane regardless. Yeah, that sucks. I wanted the one where my cards cost less. Since I don't know what this thing even does, let's just go forward and see how we deal with things. There's our champion. There's our steward. Probably torch the back row. Damage there. There we go. It's gonna deal double damage, so I could kill this one with this. Got it. That should kill it, and then I can do some damage here. Okay, I think I understand how it works. So if I stack it and it moves up a floor, I basically double hit, and that's a free kill. Got it. Final wave already, a bit unfortunate. Do something like this. Steward into Torch. Don't need to worry about this thing into Lance. That thing had so much spell weakness on it. I think even if it had gone up a floor, it would have died instantly. Deal 3, apply Frostbite 8. So Frostbite looks like it's poison counters from Slay of the Spire. What is attuned? Multiply the effects of magic power by 5. Deal 25 to the front enemy, discard a card at random. So this one is like, if I'm able to keep applying it multiple times. So that's where I have to kind of learn. So our thing makes it apply multiple times, but does that apply to Frostbite? I'm thinking no. I think it just multiplies the spell damage, whereas this just makes us nuke by a lot. I'm gonna try this card. See how I feel about it. Horn Break is tempting, but we're gonna go for the Imp build. Yeah, let's get a little Imp in there. We know we have at least a cheap damage spell that could potentially just insta-kill everything. Improve our magic. Get a unit. Let's improve our magic. Plus 1 less to play. I don't know what it told me there. I was looking at chat. Could make it cheap. Yeah, let's make it cheap. Let's improve one of our lances. Permafrost. Card will not be discarded at end of turn. In frozen when. No, I should pretty much be playing all my spells. I don't know how relevant that is at the moment. Sweep, attacks all enemies, triggers, spell weakness. So 2 sweepers. One just helps chip them out a little more, and the other just makes me do... So this one just makes my spells do a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I just want spells to do more damage. Versus poison. We're gonna go with the theme. I'll put our other person here, just in case. That way I can... I'm gonna steward. Put the imp in the front because it's funny. Right, chat? Then I'm gonna kill the back row. That thing's dead regardless, according to that. But I could do this. And then just nuke this thing instantly. Free for spite. Okay, so just need to clog the floor with targets. So the more blockers I have, the more spell weakness I can apply. Okay. We'll do torch. This should apply a decent amount of stacks. This should basically be GG to him. Yep. Okay, I think I understand how this particular clan works. Plus 10 magic flower on this floor. Interesting. Apply 1 spell weakness to an enemy unit. I think I just want the mage, just because that makes all my things multiply more. I'm gonna go with that over the other choice. Deal 5 damage to enemy units. Maybe. Yeah. Let's get some imps going. Better spells, more units. Duplicate a card. I don't know if we're at the point I want to duplicate anything. I feel like I haven't upgraded at all. Is there something I want to duplicate? I think the correct choice is just spells. Yeah, I'd rather everything just be cheap, right? I could consume one of the torches. That wouldn't be the worst thing ever. That way I don't draw it anymore. Double stack. Literally nothing it could apply to. Nice. Let's just make another Frozen Lance cheaper. So I could purge a card. I think I'm gonna purge one of the torches. So I have a lot of damage spells. I'm gonna cycle through faster. There we go. We'll hold on to the rest of our money. Every time it slays, it applies more rage. I think I want Steelworker to make our characters tankier. Because I basically just want to keep building up spell weakness. So anything that makes them last longer, I think is better. Okay, this dialogue looks this... Oh, different dialogue. Bone Shaker stops near the abandoned remains of a train. Looking if it belonged to a merchant, the train still seems to have some wares. Few remaining goods have the clans of the Hellhorn, Awoken, and Stygian Guard. But taking something may cause the abandoned place to fall to pieces. I guess I get a random Stygian Guard card just to see what they are. Consume, apply Frostbite to enemy units. I don't think that's good for us. I think I'm gonna skip it, because I don't think this applies to the spell damage stuff, right? Because it's a status effect. I think I actually have to skip this. I'm gonna skip it. Carefully retrieve which clans are to take from the... Oh, I could keep going. Oh. Do I try to draw Hellhorn with trying to get the Imp card? I think I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna take a random Hellhorn. Add 2 random Imp cards to your hand? Okay. Chat, okay. Future usage. The train collapses under its own weight, making any other items of value impossible to obtain. Okay. So Operation Oops All Imp. We just need the Imp card now. Who knows? The other imps could be useful. Menu start with Sap 1. Talus attacks every turn and applies Dazed on Strike. Annoying. Talus has perfected her aggressive precision, striking swiftly to daze those she hits. I know. It gives me more blockers, too. We'll do something like... That's a lot of damage. Oh, she could just attack through that. That kind of sucks. And that should make it a bit more dealable. of sucks. I don't really have a way to heal. Put a blocker on there. Well, this thing actually has weirdly high power. Oh, we could go here. Oh, wait, I can do this. Hold on. Oh, that... Oh, on this... Oh, I misunderstood what floor meant. I feel bad. For some reason, I thought it considered the whole stage a floor. Okay, I misplayed. I'm gonna do this. And do a little damage there. My bad. Misunderstood. It's not bad to have at the top floor, though. But could have been in a better spot. That is a lot of enemies at the bottom one. Sure, random imps. Actually, that was like the best imp draw I could have asked for. Thank you, game. Wow, 75 damage. Wow, if it goes in the middle, it's gonna take so much damage later. This is fine. Give her spell weakness. That is a lot of damage, potentially. Suddenly, she's about to take a lot of damage. That should be a little better. Give her a stack of spell weakness as well. Final wave. Okay. I can put him in the front, so that way the mage is tankier. I think I want to kill this thing before it gets a turn. I think I just need to do a little bit of damage, though. That should be okay. That is a lot of spell weakness. Hopefully this is just a one-shot. I don't know how much that does. Wow. That is a lot of spell stacks. Goodbye. Okay, got more money. There it is, chat. There's Impalate. There we go. There's our damage dealer. Incant gain rage. When you play a spell on the floor, it gets more damage. That's not bad. Incant health and damage, maybe. But does that really matter? I feel like, well... I feel like maybe Siren of the Sea is a little better for me. I'd rather it get permanent stats. So I get 4 attack per or 2 attack and tankier. I don't really care about multi-strike. I just need something tanky. I'll go for this for something cheap. I think we just need extra energy maybe, and then we'll go for draw next time. That way we could just play more spells. Move up to 2 cards, empower our units. Gain an artifact, get money, upgrade. A little unfortunate. I'm kind of curious what the artifact is. I'm gonna go artifact route. You play a spell in hand that costs less. Okay, when you play spells in hand that costs less are reduced to 0. Oh, units get an extra upgrade slot. Oh, that also sounds kind of sick, but I haven't been upgrading any units. Suddenly I don't think I need energy anymore. So I just need 1 expensive spell and then GG. Yeah, now I just need draw power. We'll take this one. Get our money, get a unit. Demon Fiend kind of looking good here, chat. Kind of looking like I want this. Let's upgrade. Apply spell weakness too. Chat, nod your head. So we got a tank now. That's all I really wanted. Nah, I don't want them to level up as they go further. So this should basically just be GG. Right, chat? I got a really tanky frontliner. That's all I'm really looking for. Imp in a box? Sure. Looking a little over there, chat. I'm not gonna lie. We could do this, followed by this, followed by this. We're gonna protect our other character. Unfortunately, she can't really target anything here, but we'll do one torch. And we'll do this, followed by this. Yeah, that seems fair. It's looking pretty decisive, says the chat. Feeling pretty good. I guess I could just put stalling units up here. I guess. If things get really desperate. I'll leave the imp free for now. Oh, every time it does that, it gets stronger. Okay. Now I've learned. Ooh. Mage on the final floor would be kind of sick. Although, this might be fine. Let's get some damage, chat. I can't even attack anything. That's so sad. So I'm assuming I could just oh, so I could kill my own units to replace them. I didn't really think about that before. That's kind of funny. I mean, obviously don't want to do that, but it's kind of funny. Interesting. Yeah, the Impalate is free stats. That's kind of nice. Am I liking the game so far? It's interesting. I accidentally targeted. I meant to end turn there. My bad. Rest in peace. It's fine. We don't need her. See that, chat? We were just getting the Steelworker. It all works out. Let's see. Get rid of you. This is fine. I mean, this should do a lot of damage if I draw... Did I really only draw one spell card? Wow, that is brutal. That is so brutal. At least it's dead. The mage killed him. That's a shame kill right there, chat. Okay, amount of money. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit 5 times. Ooh. And can armor 1 to friendly units. Nah, we want some damage spells. Especially with our spell power up. This one could be sick. Battering ram, deal damage equal to 4 times the armor. I wasn't thinking about Inferno, but yeah, that would be kind of funny too. I don't think I want anything here. Yeah, that's not us. Let's skip. Power up units, remove cards, fire artifacts. know what, let's power up our units. We haven't done that in a while. Sure, there's something here that would be useful. I'm hoping for more health ups. I don't want to re-roll it though. Demon Fiend getting this would be kind of sick. I really don't want anything to cost more. Just an attack. I could put this on one of my sweepers. It'd be the worst thing ever. Pretty unit with Rage 7. This would be like the strongest imp known to man, but I could do it. I'll put it on Demon Fiend. Just to guarantee we get the kill. Don't really want the large stone. You know what? I'm gonna burn some money. Let's see what it does here. I don't want that one. Multi-strike? Okay. Right, chat? Oh, I mean, okay. Feeling pretty good about this, chat. There we go. That works out. Let's get rid of probably one of these. I really don't need them. And maybe one torch. I got an Impalade. Let's get rid of one torch. That way I'm more likely to draw my better cards. I still have a lot of damage spells. Oh, I should be fine. Harpy's Guard, fought these before. So I have a lot of spells, so this is a bad matchup for them. Like 1/4 of my deck is spells, speaking of which. There we go. I'm not even gonna play these cards. There we go. Get the tankier bottom row. I'm gonna put this one here. I'm gonna be careful with how I do this. I want to get the thing. I have to use this here. Build this thing. We're slowly getting a decent damage middle target. I'd like to play Demon Fang, but we'll wait for next turn, I think. I think I have to do some damage here. Thank you, Murphy, for subscribing. 1 second. Realized I might have put this up too high on the OBS list. 1 second. Move this bad boy a little lower. That way we can see stuff going forward. We'll replay it though. There we go. Now we can see it. Let's see. Hope you're doing well. Do something like this. More imps, love it. Get some decent damage. That's a lot of damage. So I can kill basically anything I want with this. Been drowning in a new Diablo 3 season? Ooh. Hopefully we recover a little bit. It's only gonna do one. That's unfortunate. I mean, this would be a funny way to kill it with another imp. Smite this thing. Look, deadly imps, chat. Again, we're making them tankier with the other thing that we have. Let's pump up a little bit. We put another steward in the front. Give me a small chance of winning here. I'm gonna leave the imp here for now. We're gonna do this just to get more stats. And thanks to that armor +5, I mean, we got 24 armor in the back row. It's looking pretty good. I could kill my own imps just to get the Demon Fiend in there. I'm thinking about it. Do a lot of damage. Okay. We got a lot of spell weakness stacked. I think that's 8 stacks? 10 stacks? 10 stacks. And now we're gonna do our finisher here, hopefully. Whew. Try this one. Oh, deleted? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's busted. Yeah, that's a little unfair with mage power with +10. Just a little bit, chat. I think that was 121 times 5. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a delete button. So hey, at least our armor character is proving useful. No regrets so far on our choices. Permafrost applies silence to enemy units. I don't think I want that. Incant apply armor. I mean, it's okay. But I think I'll skip. I want the money more. Attune sacrifice an imp. Deal 50 to the front enemy. I mean, this one's also not terrible. It does free up my back row a little bit. But I think I'll skip. I think we're good enough. I don't think I need to sacrifice. Yeah, that was some big damage. Artifact money, spells. I'm not tempted to do this one. I'm really hoping we get a good artifact for us. Now let's get an extra upgrade slot. Chat. Good choice. Let's get the money. Like, okay. Ooh, I can add 10. Oh, chat, here it comes. There we go. +10 power on this spell. So take a bazillion damage and die, please. Add a consume. Oh, it removes the consume. Maybe. Keep in mind, I do need a more expensive spell, because if I play a more expensive spell, everything else is free. I think I'll do this one, actually. We'll make something else cheaper. A free Ice Storm. Unattempting. So keep in mind, this does about 60. This one does about 55 by itself. I think I just want a free Impalate. Yeah, let's make Impalate free for now. Oh, and then I could refresh it? Sure. Upgrade +1 in chat. Oh no, chat. Chat, Ice Storm. Oh no. Oh no, it's already out of control. Add a double stack? Do I even have anything? No, I don't. Lost -1. Ice Storm for free? Kinda sick, maybe. You know what? I'm gonna make our poke spell a little cheaper. I'm gonna leave Ice Storm at 1, because if we could get more power on it, it would be funny. Whereas having a free poke is never bad. Okay, feeling pretty good, chat. So we have crazy damage ups. I guess I'll go for draw +1. I don't even think I need energy anymore. I just need more spells to just draw more spells. And we're good. We fought her before. But unfortunately for her, I think I got a pretty good deck. Let's see how it goes. We got a good Steelworker. We'll go for the multi-strike right off the bat. I mean, this... chat, I think chat can agree. This card is pretty bonkers. So we sweep the bottom floor every time, which is ridiculously good for us. Let's do Infinite Box. Page 5, okay. What do I even do here? I guess I rage, just because. Might as well protect our damage dealer, right? Where's the downside? Free attunement? Do damage here, I guess. I guess I can put it on the top floor for now. Oh wait, at least I'm chipping away at the top thing. Ooh, there's her damage up. Mage power up. I definitely want it on this floor. The way we get more damage. And the rest, I guess, it's just all spells. Might even just take the damage here. I don't think it matters. Got 2 damage spells. Yeah, we'll take the pyre damage. Who cares? We'll do this one. So that way, if we do have to finish it off, at least it'll be tankier. Let us deal... two damage to you, just because. Hello, Ice Storm. Okay, did it mostly to the boss. I'm okay with that. Give her spell weakness. Our top ally is going to be in trouble here. He's going to kill this regardless. 60 damage right off the bat. Wow. That's going to spare us a lot of damage, potentially. Might as well pump them up a little bit, and I guess put another steward here. Should be able to employ some of the imps we got earlier, speaking of which. I'm just gonna make sure we can do enough damage here. Ooh, the boss is on this floor? That's unfortunate for the boss. 210 damage, chat. Jeez. Sure, we'll summon a Molten Nim. Nah, we'll wait, actually. Let's get rid of this. So again, just tankier and tankier. Can't tell if I hate or like the UI. Oh, I haven't played Hearthstone, so I have no opinion. We just gave her some spell weakness. The double strike, though. Nice. We'll have a blocker here. Again, the more we could spare a double striker, the better. Guess I could have put the Steelworker in the middle. Let's kill the back row guy. And because that was more expensive, everything is free. That did a bazillion damage to her. Nice. She's almost dead before the boss rush began. She's getting destroyed, chat. Like, this is just getting embarrassing for her. Like, legit, yeah, one wave remaining. I almost killed her before it was her turn. Alright, let's get rid of these, I guess. I don't even need to cast any spells. Chat, it's so over. Yeah, I was hoping she would go in the middle, too. I mean, she's dead, right? No matter what I do. She almost died before she could attack. I couldn't even kill the top row statues. We need to replace some of those other monsters with something. Anyway, that was pretty decisive. Consume, discard your hand, draw 5. Maybe. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna skip it. Let's get more draw. More draw per turn should be fun. Duplicate a card, heal the pyre. Chat, duplicate card or improve our magic spells. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna go improve our magic spells. Create to remove consume. Oh, wait a minute. I could just have infinite imp in a box? Chat, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's the downside? Wait a minute. Okay. Is there anything I just wanted to consume? I guess I could get rid of a low-level torch randomly. Really be upset by it, to be honest. Do 42 damage and consume. Yeah, I need more, like, mediocre damage ones. Let's do this. Upgrade to cost 1 less. Sure. Make it from the box free. I want to keep our 2-coster, because it's a reminder, this makes all of our other spells free. Yeah, let's just get free imp in the box, it's fine. Guess I'll re-roll, well... Yeah, I'll leave it as is. Let's go to... Vortex. Anything I want to remove? Maybe one of our weaker burns? Because essentially I'm just going to be playing imps and frozen lances. Like, this torch is kind of useless by itself. We'll remove that one. If we get a chance to get more spell cards, I'm going to add a couple to make up for what I just did. But for now, I think we're fine. When Shepherd makes his way through an abandoned train yard, the once bustling workshop is now eerily silent and empty, picked over by scavengers. Though in the rubble, you're able to make a couple things that could be useful. Large hook and some quick-release doors. Do you salvage anything from the graveyard? Doors. Consume, descend to the floor, apply dazed. Consume, ascend an enemy unit to the pyre room. Ew. I think I understand what it means. Like, if I had a really strong pyre, it would be able to do, like, 80 damage by itself and kill it. Or, you know what, chat? I have a better idea. How about we don't clog our deck with those kinds of situational cards? Let's not do that. Upgrade your champion. More damage? I mean, 20 damage sweeper, pretty good. So, I think I'll take this. And that's just, how about no? Right, chat? I don't, ooh, we're Conduit Masters. Okay, well, we have a lot of targeting spells. Well, not a lot, but enough. So, definitely putting you on the bottom row. We'll put you here. And we'll deal some damage. I want the Mollusk Mage on a different floor. I'm gonna put him here for now. That way I can kind of finish things off. Yeah, let's have this thing block. Yeah, that's the power play. That's the power play. We're gonna sacrifice our terrible unit. And that'll give us a chance to buff. Oh, Demon Fiend? Oh no. We're gonna lose money on that. Oh, I want it so bad, but I don't want it that badly. Alright, let's burn. I want the money for later. Could do the imp in the beginning to block. I definitely think Steelworker is needed here. That way it could protect our ally. I could summon an imp on somebody's field. I'm not sure who. I could do maybe Fledgling Imp into Ice Storm? Yeah, that's I think that was a good call. Now I just need a blocker. I did not draw a good blocker. That's unfortunate. Oh, even just doing the Imp in the box on the... that's interesting. Gain 4 energy? Okay. Well, this doesn't seem very fair. I'm just gonna state. Gonna deal 60 damage, and that thing is ultra dead. Goodbye. Wow, that was some damage. It just make it tank for me. The question is... yeah, I think what I want to do is put a sweeper here. And I want to do probably something like this. Build this thing in the back. Build this thing in the front. And I have a steward if I really want to. I'll hold on to it. So again, the middle people are just going to keep getting tankier and tankier, so I don't need to worry about them. It's just all about making sure I can kill the front here. I can put another imp down because it's funny. Put it here, baby. I just killed this thing instantly. Does this work if I have no cards in hand? Oh, it still works? Nice. So anyway, we now have a pretty decent damage dealer in the middle. Frozen Spear, I would like you to perish. We'll do Imp in a box. So many imps. I'm gonna play repeat all summon effects triggered so far in this battle? What? Oh no! Chat, we're getting out of control. Chat, stop me. No. Wait, even Demon Fiend is here. How are they gonna get through this? It's over. Oh my gosh. Chat, help them. They need help. You know what? Let's not even take damage. I'm gonna do this just to pump up a little more, I guess.
No mercy.
No mercy indeed. Wow, what a hand. Keep in mind that second wave is just getting tankier and tankier. I guess we summon something to the front. Gonna greatly improve our damage. Then we're going to... I need to do anything here, I don't think. We'll do... this to kill the back row. So we'll still die, but everything is now free. So, get wrecked full. Well, it's improving its damage a little bit. Okay, I'm setting up for next turn. This should be fine. $18 spell weakness. Interesting. Wait, is this thing just dead? What did it get up to? Wait, chat. How much damage is this gonna do? Oh no. 1,900? Oh, GG, it's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. I mean, I could have imped in the box, but it's fine. It's over. Offering, deal 5 damage, consume. just don't care about... I don't think I care about these. I'll be real with you. I don't need to stack more. That's fine. Yeah, I don't need any of these. This is fine. I mean, well, this one was actually kind of good. You know what? I'll put this one in the deck permanently. Just done. Well, hold on, Chad. Chad, you're letting me power up my characters again? Are you sure? I mean, I could duplicate a card. That is sort of tempting. You know what? I'll take chat's opinion on this. Do I just go to max health, improve my spells, and that's it? Or do I go duplicate one? Wait, I could duplicate my BS card. Wait a minute. Hold on, chat. I think we gotta duplicate the BS card. Yeah. I think we're gonna help Ant the Ice Storm. I agree. Like, wait a minute. It said any card. Here it comes, chat. Got a nice little delete button. Sure, we'll upgrade our character slightly. Gain armor 2. Oh, on anything here, this would be amazing. Oh, we can make this thing unkillable. Interesting. Yeah, let's give her armor 2. Kind of fits with the card theme. Plus 5 attack and 10 health. I mean, I could make my mage a bit tankier. Sure. Quick. Attacks before the rest of the enemies. We'll give it to the Steelworker. That could be useful. Reroll again. Why not? More health. Upgrade to Endless. Oh, I could just have Infinite? Oh, Endless Mage? Maybe. Drop anything, Raid? Are there any runs I should do in particular with it? I would check out episode 4 probably. Most enemy, so anything that is normally kind of hard to get an enemy rare from, like your Gorons will get boosted a bit more. It's kind of like having rare item up. Just thinking about how to split this a little more. This will improve its damage slightly. That makes a bit more sense. Endless. I want Endless Mage, maybe. And get another 25 health. I could have like one of the world's tankiest things. It would be kind of funny. Well, I could give it to Fledgling Imp. I think that would make more sense, because then it could maybe actually apply the Rage multiple times. Let's do it to the Imp. Okay, this is good. Oh, I should have checked to see what was here. Conserve energy between turns, maybe. Power gets 40 health. Honestly, I don't think I really need any of these. I mean, I could get this one just because. I don't feel like I'm having energy problems, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, how close am I to the end? Like, 1 from the end? I mean, I guess? If we're that close to the end, I'll just get it. I mean, maybe the extra 2 energy might make a difference. Trader's gone impatient, joining the fight immediately and getting strength with every move you make. Okay. I mean, it could make a difference. 999. Wow, that's a unfortunate amount of health. I think I want this thing here. Then I want this here. It's gonna get stronger and stronger. That kind of sucks. I didn't realize how much it was gonna scale up by. I might have made a mistake here. I really wish I could restart. I can at least kill the front row a little bit. Maybe this will be okay. Okay. I'll recover from this. I could do something like this. I mean, I could just multi-strike it right now. I think what I need to do is summon an imp. Doesn't really matter where I put it. It's fine. Get the extra energy. Then I can multi-strike. We'll do something like this, maybe? Do some damage to it early. Then we can put something here. That way it can protect its allies a little better. And I'll do this one for more damage. Seems okay. That's a lot of damage to this thing. Unfortunately, I lost the thing that scales with Incan. So if I do this, I can make him tankier. Do something like this instead. There we go. Rest in peace, the one in the back row. Now the question is, how do I maximize my damage here? Put something in the middle just because. I think I could play everything in my hand pretty safely here. So better than nothing. We're gonna go for Ice Storm here, maybe? 55. Because I don't want to lose my front row here, so I think I gotta do this one. Only lose 3 armor, that's okay. And the rest of them could just be Ice Storms. Oh. Boss is getting wrecked. Oh, my bad, chat. I should have looked at the damage dealt. That's a lot. That is a lot of damage. Feeling pretty good, chat. The mollusk thing is here. Killed all of them, so I have basically a full floor. If I do this one, everything else is free. It's got a lot of spell weakness. The next spell should just kill the boss. If I can hit it. Ooh, chat. GG. Goodbye. Too powerful. This combo is too good. It's over. It didn't matter what floor he went on. It's over. Ooh. 2 for 3? I'll take that. Outside of the restart because I had on the wrong difficulty. I don't even count that. Wasn't even in a battle. Nice. Stygian Guard. What do you get when you upgrade? Higher Bound Attune. Deal 90 damage to the front enemy unit. That one's kind of sick. That one's kind of sick. But I like the imps more. I have to say, I'm kind of liking imps. They're my favorite catch-all so far. 50% chance to apply silence when enemy unit enters your train. I don't care. Just kill them. Do better. Remember Frost, apply Frozen to a card in your hand. It's actually kind of sad because these cards will just make it less consistent for my build. I felt that way in Slay the Spire. I'm like not excited to get this at all. I'm like, but I don't want poison damage. I just want the other cards. Playing a spell deals 2 damage to a random enemy unit on that floor. That's still not as good as the other artifacts. Hellhorn levels. A 1 costing 30 armor character strike. Apply melee weakness 1 to the attack unit. Wow, this is clearly better than almost everything else we picked up. Now that is a card you want to put down. Like, increase your own damage, insanely high armor, decent stats. Consume, apply 25 armor. That's fair. Score with Sage. Oh, I beat Kirk's best, apparently. Get called out, Kirk. I saw it briefly. Yeah, that was quite a run. Enemies killed. So I need to kill more to get the other things. Interesting. That was quite a run. Highest damage dealt by a spell, 1,900. New personal record. You beat your friend. Look at it. It says it right there. That was a lot of points. I have to say, chat, that was pretty convincing. But let's see. She had an imp run that good. It went out of control. I'll do one more run, and this will be the final run, I think, of today's session. It's been a while. I'm getting hungry. So I really liked how they paired together. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Stygian Guard. I want to do that again. I want to repeat, chat. Although we're probably not going to get it now that I asked for it. We still have 3 entire other sets of things. Summon more units, kill more enemies, requires DLC. Interesting. I'll think about if I want DLC or not for the game. But for now, we'll leave it as these 2. So all I gotta do is summon more and kill more? Okay. I mean, I'm pretty happy with this combo. Let's see what we could get, chat. Artifact. Spell cards and consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. +3 magic power. Chat. We all know I'm going for this one. Get that multiplier up. Oh no! I don't have the thing that applies spell weakness. Oh, that's so unfortunate. No, I'm getting trolled. At least I'll make them cheaper. Unfortunate. Okay, that could be a run under, not getting the spell weakness. Okay, let's get a little tankier here. That's free. This does damage. Last build RNG strikes again. You're not wrong. Do that here. Yeah, that seems fair. That's embarrassing. Chat, that's embarrassing. So we're still gonna rush spell power. Life spell weakness 1, maybe. Tuned was pretty good. Oh, the Mollusk Mage. This thing was really good. I think I need this. Let's scale. Deal 2 time. Oh, I could pay X to deal damage. Oh wait, chat, imp. Spell upgrades. I think I'm gonna actually upgrade our units first, but before I do that, let's get the unit first. Yeah, that's all I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. We got a scaling damage character. What's your damage? Apply it to the sweeper. Again, the mage being slightly tankier has been useful for us. That is a lot of free damage per turn. We'll keep the rest of our money, though. Sure. Let's see how hard this is if they get 4 extra attack. The boss doesn't get more powerful, but I do. Something like this. So we got a sweeper that's fairly powerful. We can one-shot this without any effort at all if we want to. So I think the smarter thing to do would be to play this. And then maybe another card here. Kill this thing. That seems fair. I can make myself tankier. Why not, right, chat? Okay. We call that bait. Yeah, there's not even anything to fight. This is so sad. I'm doing too well, chat. Mollusk Mage. Wait, does it actually fit there legit? Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Wow, that's embarrassing. God, this is getting embarrassing. Oof. Chat, big oof. Well, they died to the Mollusk Mage. How embarrassing. Brutal. Another Mollusk Mage? Honestly, kind of thinking about it. Although I think I need a damage one. Yeah, let's get Titan's Gratitude. None of these are interesting. We're gonna skip. Oh, there's Demon Fiends. Yeah, I think we're gonna take that. So we got our late game covered. I guess I just try to upgrade our spells now. Spell costs 1 less. Yeah, we want Attune to be free. Although we could just consume a torch. I just want to make sure we can always play that spell. I don't think it's worth re-rolling yet. Oh, it's -3 per imp unit in play? What the heck is this? Wait a minute, chat. Wait a minute. That's really tempting, but that's gonna be such a dead card most of the time. That is really funny, though. I will say, that is actually really funny. I need something tankier. I think I'll get Rail Beater. As funny as this would be to play, I think I'd rather just get something with armor. Maybe if we get it again later on, we'll pick it up. Right now, I don't need it. What's this? Fissure the ice forces the bone shaker to stop. I've seen cracks like this before, allowing you to multiply your forces through some ancient magic, but this one is different. Unstable. Throwing aside. Oh, throwing something into the fissure could have unusual side effects. While absorbing the energy from afar could have more expected. Copy a card 5 times? Is there anything I'm gonna copy that many times? I need to think about what my deck is. Can I see that without doing this? Is it like right trigger? No. How do I see the deck? Is it this? E. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I really want to. I might want to copy a card. I don't think I want to copy something 5 times. If we had the ice card, I would have gone for it, but we'll do one. No, let's duplicate the Demon Fiend. Purpose stages since the enemy is almost too strong to endure, but it has the intended consequence of duplicating your forces. Okay. Well, we have late game. Late game is done. We don't need any more damaging units for the rest of the game. I can't use them yet, but this will be for the future. Yeah, we gotta immediately get more energy per turn, and then we should be good. Okay. Block for me, my noble minion. This should be fine. Let's do some damage. We went into the middle. That's kind of annoying. That does crazy damage. They're all gonna die, but so am I. I think we're gonna try to save our front row here. I'll put one thing here in case it spawns up there. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to damage, and gratitude it. Not take a million damage. Or is that gonna do a lot of damage to us? Oh, not really. Giving it melee weakness doesn't hurt. Speaking of which, we'll deal some damage here. Do something like this. Give it a little more spell weakness. Yeah, I forgot I also can't play Demon Fiend, but we'll be able to play it soon enough, so it should be fine. So we can't quite kill him on the first floor. Got a little unlucky there, but we'll be able to do it next time. Speaking of which, dead regardless, but we could disrespect him. There we go. Okay, we need energy up immediately so we can play our backup characters. Consume. Oh, Impolate. Chat, it's already happening. Chat, I'm so sorry. It's happening again. Rail Beater, Rage on unit. I think we'll get another Rail Beater. Definitely energy per turn. Alright, choices to remove cards, get an artifact heal. Hellvent to duplicate. I don't think there's anything I want to duplicate, though. Let's remove some cards. Let's get rid of one basic steward, maybe, because these things are kind of dead in hand. In fact, let's get rid of two stewards. I should be fine here. That way we don't just keep drawing them repeatedly. Incant triggers the second time, add two... I don't have any incant abilities. Kinda useless. I'll take it in case we get that one extra monster, I guess. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now we can apply spell weakness. There we go, chat. Now we're talking. I don't want... Damage spells costing -2 seems excessive. I'd rather get spell weakness. Okay, I'm feeling a little better, chat. We got our damage multipliers and a little bit of base damage. I don't really need the extra money. This should be fun. That is a lot of health. They gain strength the longer they're in play. Interesting. Okay. Put a Demon Fiend into play, maybe. Oh, is that not going to kill in time because the other guy's going to block? That would kind of suck. Might cost me money. We'll see. Yeah, it escaped. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I know for next time. Wow, she could pair up with this thing? That's kind of crazy. let's make our characters a little tankier. We won't have to worry about them so much. We'll put one creature up here just to slow them down a bit, and let's ship them out a bit. It's feeling kind of good, chat. Alright, we got 2 heavy beaters. Now we just need to do some damage. Killed him basically instantly, which is good. How did that not kill? That's unfortunate. Stupid shields. Get more mage power on this floor. I think we want to do that. The way we got our finisher. Now we just need to chip him out a little bit. Okay. He should basically be dead. I'm just gonna get rid of these. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. GG. So we got pretty good walls. Just need to keep getting more damaging spells. Ooh, Ice Storm, nice. We need the thing where we can get more imps. Sacrifice imp, game 1 draw. Oh, it's not good enough. Did we get an opportunity to get power-ups? I think we'll go this way. I don't really need pyre health. I don't really duplicate anything. I'd rather get the money and upgrades. Oh, incant. We can add incant to something. Let's give it to... Maybe our icy sweeper so she could survive more? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna commit with her. I'm just gonna make her do more damage a sweep. I think her clearing of floor is more important. And we'll give quick to... probably one of our demon friends. That should basically just be GG. And then we can incant something to become more powerful. Probably one of our rail beaters, I'm thinking. Spread the love out a little more. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll as well. Another incant? Sure. I think all of our rail beaters get that. 25 extra health. We'll give it to... maybe the mage? I think of the mage. And we'll give multi-strike to our quick demon. So feeling pretty good about this, chat. Feeling pretty good. We have melee weakness, we got spell weakness, we got damaging. Basically everything. The train stops near some familiar crystals. The Covenant Memorial in the middle is refracted twice by the crystal surrounding it. One larger, one smaller. In front of each, there are markings for a creature to stand and receive energy. Make 1 unit. Major makes them cost more, or I can make them 1 instead. Yeah, let's do the small one. Wait, I can make the Demon Fiend only cost 1 space? Chat, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, chat. Well, GG. I know, what a ridiculous... Well, okay, double strike, quick, so it always goes first. So that is basically going to be our #1 character to put down in the front. After a tiny spark of light and a faint squeak, your ally steps away from the crystal much smaller than before. They're so small, in fact, you almost miss them entirely before returning to the train. It looks really dumb, Kirk, I would agree. Well, I'm glad we leveled up our companions, since we now have ridiculousness. Heal them whenever they go to a new floor? Sure, we'll get it. They'll need help. I think they need help on this one, chat. Let's summon Titan Bane Sweeper. Let's get the Icy. We'll get the Rail Beater. And we will Immolate and then Ice Storm. So even if they do their stupid stealth thing, we should be fine. Wow, the game had no idea what to do there. Okay, enemy randomly up there, which is kind of annoying. Let's kill it, get our money. Not enough Ember. Oh, we'll summon it next turn. We'll summon a Mollusk by itself, because, you know, it's ridiculous. Again, that's just making us tankier and tankier. Kind of okay with this. Get tankier. I'll put this thing in the front just to tank briefly. That does a lot of damage. Let's consume, kill it. Let's definitely kill this one with the weaker of our spells. That way it gets killed and I incant. That should be fine. Three for Spite. I'm waiting for a demon friend to cycle through again. We're just going to burn spells, I guess? Let's put him in the front. Well, we'll put him in the back, actually. See, normally that would be terrible, but our spells costing 0 here is actually kind of unfair. I want to target this thing if I can. Then I guess I will Demon Lance into Ice Storm. Not bad. Melee weakness and spell weakness. So it's gonna get with plus 10 damage on our next spell. So this should do insane damage. It literally one-shots. GG. They didn't even get stealth. I know, they got destroyed. The random artifact, merchant costs are reduced by 25%. Okay. Don't want any of these. So we'll skip it for money. Another imp, sure. Fire or magic? Trinkets, artifacts. I don't think I really need more artifacts. Let's go for spell up and spell improvement. Let me heal my full health fire real quick, chat. Make something cheaper. And make Immolate free. That's always a fun one. Another consume spell. Add it to another one of my torches. That way I got more crowd control. I think I want anything else. I'll re-roll though. Up's greatest spell to remove it. Wow. They could make Ice Storm cost 2 potentially, but that makes it deal an I'm sorry, it deals 140. Whoa. Chat, whoa. I wish I could have combined certain things of different order, but that's kind of funny. I guess I just make Ice Storm more expensive. And then remove the consume. And then let's make things cheaper. We'll get a... You know what? I want a free torch of some sort somewhere. Because sometimes picking off the back row is important, regardless of where the card is. We'll try to upgrade it later. Arcus, Darkness, Incarnate. Using unknown ancient powers, Arcus summons shards of divinities to hold your advance. Well, good luck to him. Alright, chat, good luck. I don't really plan on moving floors. We got a decent number of blockers. So I could target it. Phased. Cannot attack, cannot be damaged. Rally triggers when you play a non-morsel unit on this card. Okay, I don't know what that is. Dazed as long as the unit's dazed, that's fine. What does this do? Oh, so I can't hit this. But what will it... Oh, maybe it just blocks. Maybe that's what it's doing. It's blocking. Interesting. Can it still be hit, though? Not be damaged or targeted. Okay. I'll worry about that then. And we'll ignore it. Fine. Well, I got this super cheap one. Chat, this is feeling pretty good. I'm suddenly not so concerned anymore. Feeling pretty good about this. You know what? Put a Demon Fiend here. Oh, I can't put the Mollusk down. Okay, still got it. I don't really care about Train Steward. I don't even want to play it, honestly. I mean, I guess I could daze it just to do it. I don't really care what it does. How did that not kill? That's fine, though. Went in the middle. I'm kind of okay with that. Our front line basically unkillable. Do Rail Beater somewhere, maybe in the front here. In case I'm really desperate, I can probably pump it up. Did about what I thought it would do. I wish I could see how much damage this is gonna do. I guess because of the random nature. That's kind of annoying, actually. I need to injure... Well, I don't even need to injure this. I go first. I might as well just blow all my spells then. Oh, I should have did the other one first. That's fine, though. I'll just kill you real quick. Oh, interesting. Because it's not targetable, the spear still hit in the back. Take the Mollusk Mage for the next floor. It's already dead, chat. He didn't even kill any of my members down there. It's too powerful. Chat, help the boss. Help the boss. It needs it. The skipping cards. I don't care about any of this. I think we go for more draw, maybe? Or do I go for more capacity, for more imps? You know what, chat? I don't even think I need draw power. I'm just gonna go for more imps. Merchant Steel, remove cards, Cavern, Money, Hellbent. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, energy could have been nice, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure what to Hellbent though. What does chat want me to Hellbent? Oh, we're at the Merchant again. Which artifacts do I take before collapsing? Probably the Stygian Guards, right? Although, if I do get the imp thing, it is over. I think I'm gonna go get random Hellhorn. I guess it's okay. I don't think okay is good enough. Let's get rid of it. Even if we consume. Oh, disappointing. Fiend of Brutality. That's fair. Let's take a look. Wait, I can duplicate this thing. That's right. I mean, I forgot, chat. My bad. Yeah, let's just more Demon Fiends. I think that's the right call. I mean, Ice Storm would have been the right call normally, but this card busted. Apply Spell Weakness 2. Yeah, I think I want more Spell Weakness. I mean, damage cost -2 is also fine, but this is fine. I want more damage. So now we have like a million of these. So I could potentially have 2 of them in one row. That's so gross. Can anything even really get through that? Especially if I put melee weakness on the other thing. Non-boss enemies start with spikes. Nah, I don't even need money. I don't even need money, chat. It's over. Speaking of it's over. Anyway. Kill you. Rail Beater. Could go here just for tankiness. I think I'm gonna do. Kill this thing with Torch. Put a Welder in the front because it's funny. Or do I leave room for Mage? Yeah, let's tank it up a little. There's another Quick Striker. Oh my god, no. Chat, no. No. No, chat, it's not fair. No. I can't, no. Come on. Don't let me do this. Oh no. It's oh, chat, do I even bother doing anything else? I think it's just over, right? It doesn't even matter what I target. They should just die. Anyway, we now have a shield raising character. A brief respite. There's not even any enemies. I guess I'll put something here just because, I guess. And can't just because you can. Let's not torch. We'll make it block, I guess. It's already dead. It's actually legitimately already dead. That is so sad. I don't even have to do anything. Look at this. This is so sad. Chat, help him. No, I'm tankier. It's already over. He's not getting through this. I still have more meter. I mean, you know, if he somehow, chat, if he somehow got through this, yeah, it's over. Keep in mind, it's applying melee weakness. Just, wow. Anyway, 470 money. I don't need any of this. We're skipping it. Another impulate. Chat, nod your head. Chat, nod your head. Mm-hmm. Just let the damage soar. Merchant of Magic or Hellvent? Oh, God. No. Chat, no. 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 Wait, can I get another one? Can I get a three-peat? Oh no, I got 3. No, what, chat? I'm gonna get rid of my other one because I clearly don't need it. I clearly don't need it. Let's just remove it. Sure. This is good enough for now. We'll see. Upgrade plus 10 power. Oh no. So I guess they can make the attuned better. It's a pretty big damage increase. Upgrade a spell to remove, consume, and +1. Okay. I went free impulate, chat. We didn't even get the thing where we get more imps. It's just so unneeded. It's so sad how brutal it is. We're gonna reroll. Holdover. When this card is played, this card is placed on top of your draw pile? Wait a minute. So I could just have like perma impulate? Okay. Sure. -1 to cost. Arguably, I don't even need this. I'll just put it on a lance at random. Maybe it'll be useful. Actually, you know what? I'll put it on a torch at random. Don't even need it, chat. Remove a card from the deck. Wow, what a deck. I mean, I don't think I really need any. I don't really want to get rid of anything. I guess I could get rid of 1 torch. I don't want to burn too many of our damage spells, though. I could get rid of 1 lance, maybe. Yeah. I think I'll get rid of 1 lance. I have enough front target ones. It's probably okay. What do you offer for me? Friendly units get more health. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. I wish I saw that. That's so unfortunate. I'm kind of at the end of the run though, so there's not really much I could really do with this, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish I checked this first. See, that's a learning experience. I could have had more BS.
Reaper's power.
And show us the Reaper's power, I know. Because then I would have stacked, I think, things a little differently. So, let's just make everybody tankier. Because there's no downside to this, right? I'm at the end of the run. There's only 1 more room after this. Let's just make everybody healthier. We'll reroll once. Actually, no, I won't have enough money to buy it at that rate. We'll leave it at that. So all of our units are slightly tankier. The other one even worth taking? Sure. You know what? Sure. Random days. Just never let them have a turn, chat. Seraph the Patient. There we go. So at least all my characters are tankier. ... I unfortunately didn't get Oops All Imps, but I think we did pretty well regardless. Something like this. Let's protect our mage a little bit. I could impulate it. This should be fine. No matter what we do here, we get stats. I might just let it stack up a bit more. Just keep our other allies safer. Yeah, I think killing this is more important. If it kills this thing, I don't really care. So go ahead and hit this thing. I don't even care. I don't care. One less card in our deck. Alright, we got one of our ridiculous cards. Got first strike there, so I'm not too worried. I might wait for it to come down a little more. Let's protect our allies a little more, maybe. How badly do I want the energy? I might just hold on to it. I'm gonna constantly get that one back, which is nice. Deal with this creature. Yeah, I don't want to use my spells. I want to get more stacks on it. There we go. This should be fun. So if I kill this thing, then it should be able to do massive damage. Big damage. Can consume this one to get rid of it forever, I guess. Went to the top floor. Oh, so if I had held my stacks, I would have done more there. That's fine, though. I mostly just need to redraw my monsters. Which is weird that I haven't drawn them. There we go. Oh boy, wait a minute. Oh, I should have played the summoner first. That was a misplay. That's fine. That was a misplay. I could have done better. That is a big increase in damage. Get rid of that. That'll die regardless. Let's do a little damage here. Should be dead no matter what. It is so much spell weakness. It's basically over. Oh, it died. Never mind. GG. Never mind. I wasn't paying attention to its health. I forgot how much our spell did. GG. That was easy. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. The frozen heart. Like the hand. Yeah, it would have died from spells for sure. Look at that score. Apply +5 magic to spells in hand. Okay. Incamp -5 health, draw a card. Nah, I'm not playing that. Get out of here. Leveled again. Firebound, ascend enemies on this floor, apply daze. Don't like that. Apply spell weakness to enemies when they enter the floor below the pyro room. Soulguard the Martyr. You unlock the exiled champion for this clan. You can now choose to start runs with this champion in their starter card. Oh, nice. Hellborn level. Ascend a unit, apply daze. Don't really like that. Start a turn, add a random imp unit to hand. Oh my god, chat. Oh my gosh, yes. 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 Okay. I think Hellhorn might be my new favorite ult. Just nothing but imps. I know. Like, just what if I did more damage every turn? Chartail Queen, you unlock the champion. Or runs with the champion. Okay. Well, Kirk, I hate to break it to you, but I beat my old score. So that means I have a higher score than you. Let's see. We'll go further. Yeah, this is bonkers. Hold on. Can I see the other ones? Midas swap. Oh, I can't see what they are yet? Oh, I wanted to see. So sad. That was a massacre, chat. Holy. I got money bonus for remaining coins. So I could have had more if I didn't spend it all. Interesting. Yeah, we even took a couple challenges there. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, I wish I could have seen a little bit ahead of time. So I guess we'll chat. So how do we feel about the game? I had a lot of fun. Hopefully the chat had fun with it. It seems like there is at least a decent amount of strategy. We found the imp build. We found probably the build I would play for the entirety rest of the game. So we'll try to mix it up a little bit, but chat, come on. Come on. I can't say no to that many damage multipliers, especially starting with that magic power up in hand. So gross. So we'll try a couple different builds. I did like the green creatures powering up creatures next to them. It seemed to have some synergy with melee. I don't think it has any synergy with the Stygian Guard, though. Because, like, they just want to apply either spell weakness, which is how I play, or they need a tank. And while their plant creatures are semi-tanky, you still need to spend a lot of resources healing. So as we talked about before in other situations, turns spent healing are turns not spent hitting things in the face. So I'm not looking to keep like a big bad survivor around, because that, you know, the Hellbound, it makes sense. You want it to be tanky, you slowly bump it up. You get the Cultivate, so you got a tank for your damage dealer. This one I mostly just want just armor, and I feel like the Hellbound has just really good tanks as is. They apply things like melee weakness. I don't even need it, but it's there. But clearly we found like what we need to do. We can get ridiculous burst spell damage. So I guess even if we don't get spell weakness on the champion at first, at least there's a kind of a consistency to it. And that's definitely what I was worried about playing this kind of game, is like consistency. So we unlocked a lot of bad cards, like cards I would legit never want to play with, because they don't fit my playstyle at all. So anything with Frostbite, I'm just kind of like, that kind of sucks. I don't want any of those cards. But in regards to some of the other cards, like I feel like most of the Hellbound unlocks, I'm like, okay. I'm okay with pretty much all of these unlocks, except for the stupid Ascend stuff. The Ascend, Descend stuff is like, I know they really want to incorporate their mechanic of moving between floors, but why move between floors when you can win, chat? I'm just gonna ask that question. Why would I do that when I can quick strike Swift a demon and just end the run instantly? Do you know what I mean? So some questionable card unlocks, but so far having fun with it. It seems like you're given at least a decent control of some of the RNG, but there's still going to be RNG. So we couldn't, for example, just get Oops All Spell Strike, but giving spells cost one less synergized pretty well with Hellbound regardless. So not really all that upset, to be honest. I thought it was like we were never going to get the chance on future rerolls. Like it would just forever be cost down, where cost down after -2 or even up to -2 is kind of pointless because most of our spells aren't that expensive. But hey, I had a good time. So I think we'll be playing more of this game kind of in some of the off hours, and maybe we'll mix it up in some of the weekdays as well. But I think that's all I have to say for now. So far, would want to continue. But Chan, I think we're at the point in the video that we all know about, or most of us know about, and that is saying goodbye to YouTube. So if you've been watching on YouTube or the VOD, I'd just like to say thank you for watching and hope to see you again next time.